What is up guys, it's your boy Soul. I'm here, back with another Classic WoW video for the fresh Classic WoW servers, and today we're talking about what is even happening on these fresh servers. We're going to be talking about the botting situation one more time, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the player numbers, because I'm hearing a lot of contradiction information here. Some people are saying that the fresh servers are very popular and they're having a blast, and other people are saying that they feel dead, and they're just quitting because they don't see anyone, and I'm kind of in the middle there, where I don't feel like they are super popular, but they're also not dead, and you do see a bunch of people around all the time. And when it comes to this versus Season of Discovery, for example, Season of Discovery has more active raiders, but fresh Classic WoW always seem to have more players. Like, no matter where I go, I seem to find way more people. So to start us off today, let's take a look at these player numbers, shall we? Now for this we can go to ironforge.pro. We have used this website quite a lot in the past, and over here we can see the current player numbers. These are characters raiding at least once from December 18th to December 24th on the anniversary servers. Now we don't have that much data when it comes to raids on the anniversary servers. I mean, the raids very recently opened, we don't really have that many resets, we can't go in and check the resets either, but as you can see here, we have the raid numbers here, and I think they were 20,000 the week before, so they went from 20,000 to 25,000, or about a 20% increase week by week, from week 1 to week 2. Now, we can compare that to, for example, Season of Discovery currently, which has about twice as many active raiders. So if you just look at this website and that is all the information you're looking at, Season of Discovery looks like it is twice as popular as fresh anniversary servers. Now, I don't feel like it's true. I feel like in Season of Discovery, for example, a lot of people have multiple level 60s, and these are, once again, characters that are logged for raids. So if I'm raiding on 10 characters, I technically count as 10 people. Now, I'm not raiding on any characters right now, but just as an example, if I'm raiding on 10 characters, I count as 10 people, and in Season of Discovery, I feel like currently we have a lot of people that are raid logging on multiple characters, so it's like, you can actually divide this in half probably. There's some people raiding on 10 characters, some raiding on 1, some raiding on 2, some on 5. I feel like a lot of people do have alts in that version. Now, the kind of more relevant one to look at here is actually Classic Era. And not Classic Era, but if you go to Cataclysm and you take a look at Classic from back in the day to see how many people raided the first reset, how many we got in the second reset, and just how this kept climbing. Now I'm going to make this chart a little bit bigger here so it's easier to follow along and look at the numbers as well. So let's take a look at the first week of raiding in here. So this was the second week of Classic WoW being out. I think Molten Core was cleared on like what day, like it's the second reset I think. You can see here the week that this was logged at. The first week that people were actually raiding, we had, on the first logged week here, 42,000 people, compared to the fresh anniversary servers. They had 20,000, so we have about half the amount of people. Now week 2 we got 25,000 people in fresh Classic WoW, and over here we went up to 59,000. So basically a 50% increase in Classic WoW versus a 25% increase in the anniversary servers. Now I just want to point out that over here, the first week we had 42,000 people. The peak was 9 months later. And as you can see, it kept climbing quite steadily, week by week and phase by phase. You do have some bad times, like when a new phase comes out or the end of a phase, but overall, Classic WoW raid numbers kept climbing week by week and phase by phase, and actually peaked at about 10 times the numbers 9 months after release. So to anyone who's currently playing anniversary servers and you think week 1 or week 2 is the peak, I honestly don't know what to tell you. If you played Classic WoW back in the day, and if you have played Classic WoW at all, you will know leveling is a huge part of the process. Leveling takes time, and a lot of people, majority of people, are not level 60 yet. So if we take this back to, for example, the anniversary servers here and take a look at those numbers, 25,000 right now, that is not that bad if you ask me. And if you compare this to, for example, in Classic WoW, the peak was 10 times the amount they had in this week. If we take this, that would be 250,000 on the anniversary servers like 9 months from now, and I'm just gonna say it will be very fun to see what this number is about 9 months from now, because the most popular phases of Classic WoW is definitely not Phase 1, not even Phase 2 either. I would say Phase 3 is when things really start picking up, like Blackwing Lair comes out, you get access to Thunder Fury for example, way more interesting trinkets, and way more interesting loot overall, and then you have a bigger, more fun raid to do as well. AQ, when that comes out in Phase 5 and Naxxramas in Phase 6, the majority of the quote-unquote great content in Classic WoW comes out later down the line, especially when it comes to endgame content. Now, I just wanted to talk about this real quick, because I see a lot of people comparing this number right here versus Season of Discovery numbers, and then they are saying, oh, Season of Discovery has twice the amount of people, when Season of Discovery has been out for a long time, 1.5 years by now, like ish, or about 14 months, I think. 12, 13, 14 months, over a year at least, and people have gotten to level 60. People even have multiple level 60s as well, plus we have a leveling modifier in Season of Discovery, so there's more people at level 60, the servers have been out for longer, people have had more time to establish themselves. The anniversary servers are about 1 month old, I guess 1.5 months old at the moment, but still, leveling up takes time, and the numbers on Season of Discovery are usually going down. You can see it right here as well. They are on somewhat of a downtrend. I do believe Phase 7 will spike this up again, by the way, but for now, they're on a downtrend. When it comes to anniversary servers, they will be on a massive uptrend. I'm just gonna say, next week we might be looking at 30,000, and let's just say we add 5,000 every single week. In about 10 weeks from now, that means we are, like, what, 5,000? That would be 75,000. We're probably gonna add a significant number every single week on these anniversary servers. Now, with that being said, what in the unholy bad gamer world is going on with botting in this game? I literally leveled a character earlier today off stream, and was just having fun, and I was leveling in Dunmorrow, making a brand new gnome, and I saw a bunch of dwarves doing like the hunter taming quest, and they all were stuck running in a circle. We're talking 10 to 15 dwarves, and if you just go to Reddit as well, for example, you will see things like this in the Classic WoW subreddit. That is one of the first things you will see whenever you go to the subreddit. Over here, there's nothing to see, just a bunch of completely legitimate players in the hinterlands fishing. Level 20 players, they're all guildless, they have very random names, and they're all fishing in the hinterlands. At the same place. If you go there and check them out, they will either be in the same place or they will be like slightly separated, and you will have like 5 people here, 5 people there, because you have to realize behind the bots there's a real person as well that is controlling these characters, or controlling the accounts, right? What's happening? We know about this since 2019, like Blizzard, you know about the popular botting locations? Why hasn't anything been done? I know I sound like a broken record here, because we've been talking about botting for a long time, but like, holy, how difficult can it be, man? And you also have this one right here. Blackrock Depths, level 60 hunters. Absolutely nothing to see here, right? Just a bunch of completely legitimate players in Blackrock Depths, all of them being hunters with funky names. I mean, my favorite guy in the game is Urgbiu, or even Fuzabde, or Gifedegurnbe. Like, what are these names? Level 60 hunters. And if you go outside BRD as well, by the way, and target their pets, they will either have Chinese names, or a boar will be named Boar, or a bear will be named Bear. Every single time. Every time. And inside BRD, by the way, they are no-clipping through the ground and through the walls. We have video footage of this from back in 2020. Why is this still a thing? Just why? Why? I don't know why it's still a thing, but it's definitely pissing me off, and it's something that I just feel like I should be mentioning, and it's something Blizzard should be doing something about, and they are completely ignoring this problem, by the way, and they're ignoring botting like it's the plague. They refuse to talk about it, even when they're pressed about it. The only time they will talk about it is when every single person presses them at the same time, and they have to save their PR. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Do we all have to start botting at the same time to make them do something? And even then, will they even do something? I was talking to a friend about this today, like, what if they never do anything about botting, and then everyone, I mean literally every single player, starts botting in the game, just to like show them how bad it could be? Would they even care? Because they would double or triple their sub numbers. All they would see is money going up, and they're like, yeah, the game is so good! We just doubled our numbers! The game is so good! But in reality, it's only botting. Like, I don't know. I'm sad. It's honestly sad seeing my favorite game being treated this way. But hey, let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments down below. That's a video update for now on both the botting thing and the numbers for the fresh servers compared to Classic WoW back in the day and Season of Discovery. Once again, let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out the gold making guide while you're down there as well. We have a gold making guide for Season of Discovery or Classic WoW that you can check out, and we have one for retail as well if you're playing retail. So check it out. It's a good way to support me and a good way to help yourself make some gold at the same time. Either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.